Hey, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today we're looking at Cubitos from AEG. This one does not have an official solo or co-op mode, but Tom Teaches on Board Game Geek designed a solo variant. Now, I don't entirely love all of it, so I'm going to do some of my own modifications, but our Patreon supporters wanted to see this one in action, and I am happy to oblige. So I'm first going to explain how the competitive game plays, then I'll explain Tom's variant and my changes to it, and then we'll do a full playthrough. And if you like the One Stop Co-op Shop, lots of ways to get involved. You can support us on Patreon, check out our streaming channel, listen to our weekly podcast, or talk to us on Discord. So the basic idea of Cubitos is that it is a racing game. You're trying to get from the start line to the finish line on one of 4 different maps. Here I'm this little orange monkey dude, and the automa is the white sheep. And you'll move along these spaces, and if you stop on these certain spots, you'll gain bonuses. But the core gameplay itself is all about dice building and then push your luck rolling of dice, where you can roll as much as you want, but you can bust if you go too far. And besides movement on the map, you're going to earn resources to buy new dice in 8 different colors, and these come with a bunch of variations for each color, so you can kind of mix and match powers as you like. Very, very reminiscent of Quacks of Quedlinburg. This game has a lot of similarities if you've seen that one. And to first go over how a turn plays out in competitive, you have dice in your draw area, and you can bring up to 9 of them to your roll area of your choice. At the beginning of the game, you just get all 9, and this black start die, whoever is the start player always has it for free, not counting as one of their 9. There are things that'll raise up that value to 10, 11, 12, etc., which includes if the opponent is ahead of you in the race. And then you roll them, and you can roll as many times as you want. Wow. And any die that shows a face that is not blank gets placed in your active area, and then you can re-roll the rest. But here's the key thing. You don't get hurt at all for rolling nothing like I just did. But once you have at least 3 active dice, if you roll and bust, okay, well, I didn't, but if you roll and bust, come on now. The dice are not being kind to me. If you roll and bust, oh no, it's a bust, then you basically lose your entire turn. Your only consolation prize is that you get to move your fan meeple along these little flag spaces, and there are also dice effects and board effects that can move these. And as you reach the spaces with square values, those become these little resource tokens that you can hold on to from turn to turn. Usually you have to spend all your resources on dice. And as you pass these +1 hands, you get permanent bonuses to how many dice you can roll from your draw pile each turn. But if you choose to stop rolling before you bust, any dice you didn't end up getting active stay in your roll area, and then you basically total up the number of feet you got and the number of resource points, and you're going to move and spend those on dice, and then everything in active goes to discard. And in future rounds, building up to your 9 or however many dice, you first have to bring everything from your draw pile. When that's empty, your whole discard comes back, and then you can continue picking dice up to your value. And if you stop your full movement for a turn on a space with an icon, you get to resolve its effect. Like this one lets you lose dice, generally the light gray ones, which are the worst. This one, if you spend 8 money, lets you teleport and skip some spaces and get some more stuff for yourself. There's a jetpack that doubles your foot movement on your next turn. Lots of fun things. And like I said, at the end of the turn, you get to spend your resources. Each die type, based on the cards you're using, has a different value, and you can buy up to 2 dice, but they have to be of different colors. So you can't buy like 2 reds or 2 oranges. And each die shows you its effect. Some are active effects, which means once you've rolled something on it, you can use that for a power. Others have a run ability, which means you use them right before you start moving and buying stuff. And you also see the breakdown of the dice. The feet and money are just like the values we've already seen. The actual special abilities are tied to these unique icons. So only if I roll a shield can I use Keep on Rollin's ability to protect myself from busting. And some dice will have these 4 dots around one of their faces. That has no additional effect unless the die indicates, which for an example later cheese-in does. If you just get a basic cheese, each time you push and don't bust, basically roll your dice again, you get to roll an extra die. But if you get the dotted run, you also get extra movement for the number of dice you have. And 2 more quick things on the board. You cannot move onto water unless an effect says otherwise. You also can't cross this little dividing line. And if the meeple in the front has crossed more of these little lines than you get to roll 1 extra die from your draw pile for each line between you, a lot like the rat tail victory point lines in Quacks. So that's how competitive Cubitos works. Now let's talk about Tom Teach's solo variant. So I think the basic idea here is really clever. You never give away the start die. Instead, you just always roll your own pool, and if you don't get the start die having an active face immediately, it goes back to the roll pile for the AI to use, basically. Besides that, you just carry out your roll as normal, But when you either choose to stop or bust, every die you didn't use, the ones that did not become active, go to the automa, and they roll them once, and for every symbol, they move one space on the board. For every value, they move that much value on the board. If they bust, they advance their meeple just like you, and if they reach a space with bonuses, they move that many spaces. So like one space, 1 + 1 is 2, 2 spaces, 3 spaces, etc. And they just hug the inside track and go kind of on the shortest path they can. If they ever end a move on a space, they gain 1 bonus movement or more if it's a value. Like if it's a 3, they gain 3 bonus movement. Now, what are the things I didn't love about this solo variant? Well, there's 3 main ones. First of all, in Tom's variant, he took out the red dice because they are a competitive die. You see which player rolled the most with the start to die breaking ties, and they get a bonus and then usually lose one of their red dice to make it harder for them to get the bonus over and over again. Another thing I don't love is that Tom went with the actual values being the specific amount that the AI moves, and that makes some dice way less valuable, like you don't really want to buy them. Like the brown die, which is not that powerful and is usually pretty cheap, has a 3 money side, so if I don't get that for myself and the AI rolls it, they're getting a ton of movement for no real reason except that the dice have different faces on them. And the last thing I personally didn't like was that the game is already very swingy, and the fact that my dice success causes the AI dice's failure because they don't get to roll as many, kind of compounded with maybe getting bonuses from the board, I didn't love. So I just took away the bonuses from the board. The AI just moves. They don't care which space they land on. The other changes from Tom's variant I'm trying in this playthrough, I'm giving the AI 2 free red dice in their pool each time. And the other change I'm doing for the AI to make up for the fact that I'm taking away the values, giving them extra movement, is I'm having any special icon for a die give them 2 movement. Any number value only gives them 1. And for the red dice, I already said the AI gets to roll 2 of them, but they only benefit from them, move with them, if they win the face-off against the player. So if I roll more reds than them, or if I end up with the start die and we're tied, then they'll get no movement from their reds because basically I won the majority contest. So in the first round, I'm going to use all 9 of my dice plus the start die. And okay, I did get the start die for myself. Remember, I only get 1 chance at that, and then the AI takes it. And I am in the danger zone, but not going to stop yet. Okay. The dark grays have 2 faces that'll hit. The light grays 1, so I think I'll go 1 more time. Come on. Yes, that was good. Okay, I'm going to leave these last 4, and the AIs got their reds. Normally, I would roll the AI's dice right now, giving them 1 roll to see how the reds turn out for them. But since I have no reds yet, I don't have to worry about it. So I have 1 movement, and then I can spend 6 money. So nothing too exciting here. I'll just kind of take this forward spacing spot. All right, at my 6 money, let's go through our options. So keep on rolling, costs 2 if I get a shield while it's in my active area. If I'm going to bust, I can lose this die, put it back in the supply to not bust, so it protects me. Benchwarmer is my culling card. For 2, I can lose this die and 1 other die, so it can get rid of my cruddier dice. Mr. Soldier, the red, costs 3. Whoever ends up with the most swords gains 3 resources they can spend later, 2 feet, and loses 1 red die. Great bonuses there. Our little dog friend, the wizard, once he has an active dog face, each time I roll the dice and don't bust, I gain 1 of those ongoing resources, but I always lose the wizard if I roll that face. It's not a great one. Fat cat, if we get the cat face, we gain some resources, but we also have to take a gray die, which means the worst dice in the game, but we gain 3 feet. So that's not too bad. And actually, interestingly, I never noticed this before. It just says gray, not light gray or dark gray, so I think you can take the slightly better dark gray dice. Okay, Leader Cheesin', you already saw, costs 7. Once it's active, each time you push, you get to roll an extra die, so you can eventually get your whole pool going. And if it's active during the run phase with the dot, you gain 1 foot for every 4 active dice you have, so both of those kind of go together. Llama Rama for 8 gets you 3 money, and if you get the dotted version, you also gain a flag without gaining any resources from it, but you still gain the little hands that give you extra rolling capability. And finally, Cubisaurus, 9 money, only hits on 1 out of 6 die faces, but it lets you take any other die and put it to whatever face you want, and then you also get a bonus for movement, but then you lose the Cubisaurus, but still pretty amazing for any combo you might want to go for. All right, so I've got 6, and I have to buy them now. I think I'm going to go for Mr. Soldier and Wizard. Wizard for the economy, and Mr. Soldier to hopefully compete with the AI. Bought dice go in the discard pile, as well as all my active dice. Okay, and let's roll for the AI. And they get just 2 movement. Not too bad for that turn, but these stay in the roll area. Of course, not with their red dice. And I realize here staying to the inside track would make them lose 1 movement, so I'll just have them go the fastest way if it's obvious. All right, I have to roll these 4. I have no draw, so I bring these back around. That doesn't count as one of them, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You always want to use your light gray ones last. And let's see. Okay, a nice start. Ooh, I got a red. This is great. Oh, and then I busted. I probably should have stopped. I wasn't even looking at what colors I had. So this still goes to the roll area for the AI. We'll add their 2 reds. But I basically get nothing except for a flag movement, which gains me nothing yet. How about the AI's turn? Oh, they also got no reds. They got nothing. They busted as well. Okay. So they're right with me. And by the way, important rule, when you bust, you can take whatever you don't want in the roll area and put it in the discard, so I'm not stuck with a ton of light gray dice, although you have to wait until after the AI goes when you're doing the solo mode. All right, well, that was a quick turn. Let's just get all this stuff back. So that's 5, 7, 9. And let's do a little better this time. Okay. I'll go one more time. I want to try to get the red if I can. Okay, or no. I'm just going to let that be. And we can go and roll for the AI. Oh my gosh, that was not too great. They're only going to move 2. Now I've got 1 movement and 7 money. And I'll just go there. And the AI with their 2 will be right with me. And then let's see, 7. Leader cheesing is pretty amazing, although mostly more late game. But I have the money, I'll go ahead and get it early. And all right, just to show you again how it works, we have to bring these 2 over. So that's 7 of our total dice. We'll do 8 and I guess 9 with the brown die. Leave these grays in the draw pile. And woo. Okay, so we only get 1 chance at the start one, which also means the AI will win ties for the red dice. Oh, that was decent, although the dog won. So every time I push now with the dog, I'm going to get 1 square. Okay. Oh, man, I should probably stop. But yeah, wizard does get me 1 of these, which I can spend whenever I want. No. All these only hit 1/3 or less of the time, so we'll stop there. And go ahead and roll for the AI. We got pretty lucky. They only got 3 movement even with all their reds. But I got no movement. So they vault ahead of me, and I lose the dog die entirely. I've just got 4 or up to 5 money to spend. And yeah, I think I'll use the point and get a fat cat. That's good for some movement and also gets you a bit of money. So all right, there we go. We need, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, because the AI is ahead of me by 1 line, so it gives me an extra die to roll. Of course, if I mess up, it's just an extra die for them to roll. Okay, that's pretty good. We're definitely not stopping yet. Yes, I like that. Oh, man. One more time. Yes, okay, I'm stopping. All right, how about you, AI? What you got? Ooh, that is 5. And they beat me on the red, darn it. So I'm going to get 2 moves and 4 money. This does nothing for me for right now. So 1, 2, but they're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I get 4. I'm going to keep on rolling for protection and a bench warmer to cull some stuff. And let's see, 7. He is 1 ahead of me, so I'm going to go up to 10. So 8, 9. I guess the green to protect me instead of the culling for now. Now let's do the culling. All right, come on, big money. Okay, I got my cull and a foot. I did not get the start die. I think I need to buy more red dice here. Ooh, oh, so if I push now, I get to roll an extra die. Come on, don't whammy me. Yes. Ooh, I got my special cat. And because leader cheesing is active, I get to add an extra die to my roll phase. Yes, and I get to do it again. Oh, should I stop? I shouldn't stop. Okay. Oh, and that could protect me if I bust. But I'm going to stop anyway because I don't really have much value to doing that. So that already did its thing. I need to use these 2 abilities. So this one will call something. You can't call what the AI is about to roll, so let's roll for them first. Oof. So they got 4 movement, only 1 red, but they have the tiebreaker, so my red still won't win. Maybe 2 red dice is too much, but then I'll call this gray. So yeah, 4 movement for them, and the gray gets called with the orange. And with the fat cat ability, I also have 4 movement and 4 money, but I have to add a gray die to my discard, which is not the best. All right, so 4 move for each of us. I can't quite reach the lose space here. And the AI is just going to jump ahead. And what am I going to buy? With 4? I think another red and just wasting 1 wouldn't be the worst thing. All right, but I've got 4. Let's add back in the later chasing. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's 1 ahead, 10. There we go. Okay, that was a nice roll. Oh man, they're definitely not going to beat me on the red this time, especially with me having the tiebreaker. But that means I'm stopping? Yeah, I mean, I guess they won't benefit from the red dice, so I can deal with that. All right, let's see what they get. Oof. Okay, just 2 movement. They would have rolled any reds anyway, so I guess that's okay. So with the red, I'm going to get 3 of the square money, 2 movement. I have to lose 1 die, so bye-bye there. But that means I've got 5 money overall if I want to spend it, and I've got 4 feet, and they've only got 2. So 1, 2, but they are pretty far ahead of me. So I could go here and waste basically 2 of the movement to gain any die that costs 4 or less. I don't think that's worth it. Let's just go here. And then I've got 2 to spend unless I want to dip into my other stuff. Let's not do that yet and save it for something big. I'll just get a bench warmer for 2. And wow, yeah, I definitely need that culling because look, I've got already 4, 7. He's still ahead of me by 1 line, so I can go to 10. Oh, that's it? So yeah, all my cool dice just hanging out for later. Come on, yellow. If you come out early, I can roll some of my better stuff. Ooh, there we go. Although I lost this and it's a little bit dangerous. But I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Come on, leader cheese in. Yes! So I get to add 1. Let's add my white. That's very likely to roll. It's a 50-50 chance. And we go again. Yes! We get to add another single die. I love you, cheese. Let's do my green. That's the other one that's most likely to hit. Oh my gosh. Should I stop now? Should I stop now? I should stop now. I'm not going to add another die. There you go. So AI is clearly... Whoa, my God. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 movements. Maybe I shouldn't have stopped. Oh, but I didn't notice the cheese is the 4-dot version, which means I'm going to get an extra foot for every 4 active dice I have. So that means I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement. They're getting 7, but I'm getting 5. I'm not way, way behind. I mean, I am pretty behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I even afford to go over there and do stuff? I don't think so. Yeah, and to teleport here would need 7 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, it was 1 more, 5. All right, that was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. Oh, wait, what can I buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get a fat cat and a keep on rolling, or should I just get another leader cheese in? I really like that, but I think I need more consistently rolling dice to make that happen. So we'll use up all of my bonus money. Although, gosh, maybe the leader cheese in was the right call because I have so many dice. So that's 4, 6. He's 1 ahead, so I can go to 10. 7, 8, 9, 10, and we can add the rest in if they don't roll later. All right. Okay, I did get that. Ooh, and I got the leader cheese in right away. That's awesome. So let's see if we can start adding some more dice. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to add my green. Come on, no whammy. Okay. Ooh, and I got that one too. So I wanted to get the red, but now I'll stop there. And they have that. Come on, AI, don't roll. Yes, they finally got a snake eyes. Or not snake eyes, a bus, whatever it's called. So they're going to get 1 free movement. Let's go and do that now and then resolve us. Now, sadly, I did not get the special cheese bonus, but I've got, oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 3 more. 8 movement? 8 movement? Plus 1 money, although I do have to get another gray die, of course. So 8 movement and 3 money, and I'll go ahead and call another gray with my beaver. All right, so 8 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we'll go here and get another free money. All right, that was lucky. That was lucky. I got 3. Let me get another red die to try to compete on that. Okay, but I don't have the line advantage anymore, so we're both rolling 9 dice. So that's already 6 of them. Need that cheese. 7, and I guess both of the white dice until hopefully the cheese helps me out. We'll see if that's enough. Okay, all right. That's not a bad start. I can get the yellow. I can definitely go at least 1 more time. Okay, I got a cat. Might need to stop there. I mean, I'm kind of ahead. Okay, definitely stopping. Now let's roll for the AI. Oh, man, really? They got 2 swords when I had the tiebreaker? Give me a break. Man, that is 7 movement for them. What have I done? Although I'm pretty close to that, aren't I? I've got 5 movement. So they're going 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't matter which way they go. It's all the same. I need to go 5. I'd love to go to that kind of thing, but I can't afford to stop. My red did nothing. This got me an extra money, but also an extra dark gray die, which I cannot really afford to have cluttering around. I have 3 money left, 4 if I use that. Geez, I don't know, another bench warmer to cull some stuff, but this is getting hairy. Okay, I've got 6 dice, and he's not ahead of me. Oh my gosh. So I guess we'll go 7. I'll need all of those. So we've got 4 dice, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's really all I get. Oh, man. Okay, decent start, but no leader cheesing, and I don't get the start die. Okay. I'm going to go for it because I got the green that'll probably protect me. Yes. Okay, so I get to add a die. I mean, should I? Should I really? No, I'll just let the AI have almost nothing, although the reds will probably save them because they've got the tiebreaker. Ha 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 ha! So they busted, so they'll get 2 movement, but that's it. Oh man, that roll could be my salvation. This is big. I'll get the red bonus. Oh, I forgot. I had a shield to protect me from a bust. Well, too late. All right, so I've got 1, 2. The red's going to give me 4 plus 3 of the money. But then, of course, it takes itself away. So 4 movement and 2 money to spend. 1, 2, 3, 4. We were right on top of each other. And I've got 2 money, but up to 6 with my tokens. I think it's got to be a fat cat with 1 token left. All right, this is getting pretty wild. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Didn't even get through all that stuff yet. Make sure we keep that stuff out of the way. Just got a cat. All right, that's fine. That's a start. Hopefully that's not all I get. Oh, that was good. That was very good. That was good enough. I'm going to stop. AI, please don't roll like everything. Oh my, wow. Again, they are getting 2 movement, but it could have been a lot worse. So blip, blip. There they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away from the finish. But I think I might have them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man. Then I get to call something. Yeah, 6 movement, but I have to add a gray die, and I've got just that 1 money or 2 if I use that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm almost there. Now, when you reach the finish line, you basically start moving out here again. And the tiebreaker is if you both reach the finish line on the same turn, whoever gets farther past the start line wins. Okay, I've gotten silly lucky with the AI here. That's 5 dice. Oh, and they're actually behind me by 2 lines. I didn't add a rule for that. I'm going to keep it simple and give them an extra gray die for each line I'm ahead of them. But okay, 5. Definitely want the cheese. 6. My cat's moved me the farthest. 7, 8, 9. That's it. All right, no whammy, no whammy. Come on, I just need to win this. That is an amazing start. In fact, I might just stop right there because those cats moved me so far. You know what? Yeah, I mean, there's no question. I'm stopping right there. Now, the AI gets a bunch of stuff too. I don't think that's enough. That is 5 movement. That's a lot. Now, they do win the tiebreaker for the red, so my red does nothing. But each of these is 6. So that's 7 movement to their 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they don't even quite make it in, and I win the game. So there you go. That was Cubitos with Tom Teaches Unofficial solo variant, and I made some modifications to it. But anyway, Cubitos is tons of fun with competitive. Definitely recommend checking out that one, especially if you like Quacks. Again, I think they have some pretty similar feel to them. And thanks for watching. Thanks again to our patrons for voting for this one. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.